Okay, so we already did the warm up. We're just going on to the worksheet. This is the remembering rational expression side. Everybody find it? Okay, multiplying and dividing are easier because all you have to do is what? Anything on the top can cancel with anything on the bottom. We cannot cancel. When I say anything, though, it can't be. Yes, you can't kill kittens. You can only kill factors off, right? It's got to be factors. So we can take an 8 out here. We can take a 5 out here. We can take a 5 out down here. And this one stays a minus 2. Now, I don't know about you guys. Sometimes I like to just rewrite it because I tend to like forget what I've canceled and mess things up. So I'll do that real quick. All right. So what can I divide out? Which is the math word for cancel. A minus 2 divided by a minus 2. Anything else? 5s. Anything else? Okay, and you may leave your answer in factored form. That's fantastic. Do you know what I'm saying about, like, sometimes you cancel things and then you miss it when you go back to rewrite your answer? Like you forget this 8, or you forget that you reduced this to be a 2, and now you got to still write the 2 down. Be careful. We good? Okay. So try 2. Anybody want to come up to the board and do it? I don't know. I did it different this time. I just rewrote it all as one giant top and bottom. What can I divide out? The 6 and the m squared, all of that goes away. So did somebody finish and end up with that? Okay. Say that again. Oh, yes. Yes, because it didn't end up canceling, so you could foil it back, but yeah. All right, what's different now? When it's dividing, we have to do what? Okay. So as I factor, can I flip it over? Would that be all right with everybody? This one is going to factor how? Okay. And this is the new top, so how will that factor? Okay, good job, Sam. This is the new denominator, and how will that factor? I'm doing this one. Everybody okay? As I factored it, I just did it upside down. It seemed an okay way to do it. Now what cancels? Divides out. Okay, so we have an r minus 5 left in the denominator, which you can put in parentheses or not, doesn't matter. And we can combine those to become what, Dariana? Everybody good? All right. It's good factoring practice for today anyway. What happens here? Who's got the top for me? Okay. On the bottom? On the top, which used to be the bottom? Okay, this is now the top, and this is now the bottom, which is... Okay. Can I divide the x minus 9s here, or do I have to do this one? It doesn't matter at all. One of them is going to divide out, but there's still one there, right? What else? X minus 9 over 40. We okay? All right, that would be all the fun. What's left is the misery, because you can only add and subtract fractions if you have a... Okay. These do not have a common denominator. Do they have any factors in common? Wait, can't we just do x plus 2, x plus 2? Okay. Good answer would be no, don't do it. Okay. So 6 over x plus 6, I'm going to write out what does it need to be multiplied by so that the common denominator will be what? Yeah, it needs both of those, yes? So this one needs to multiply by 5x plus 2 over 5x plus 2. And this x plus 2 over 5x plus 2 needs to multiply by what? X plus 6 over x plus 6. I mean, I don't care how you show your work. I'm just trying to make sure everybody's following. We're multiplying here by a form of 1 and here by a form of 1 so that we're able to add them together. The denominator, I'm okay with you leaving factored. But the numerator, I need you to multiply it all together so that we can simplify and add like terms. So what's going to happen when you do 6 times 5x plus 2? And over here, we have to do what? Well, I was told yesterday at math team that there's a teacher at the 8th grade who will write you a referral if you use the word FOIL. Because people use it incorrectly. It only applies when you're doing a binomial times a binomial, right? Do you know what I'm saying? If you're doing like this. This is not really called FOIL, right? And so her point is you shouldn't, you should just call it distributing it together or something. Yeah, it is. So this is a binomial times a binomial, so FOIL works. Anyway, what do we get? 2x and 6x and 12, is that okay? Oh, I was supposed to be writing that down here, wasn't I? Well, I'll add the like terms together down here. Okay, guys. What do we need to put together up top? We have an x squared. Don't we have 38 x's? And a 12 and a 12 is 24. I don't think the top is going to factor because I don't think we have factors of 24 that are going to add up to 38, right? So, as long as these factors don't go into it anyway, we're good because it's not going to reduce, so we're good to go. I don't think it's that bad. I could make it worse, put it that way. Okay, what's going on this time? This factors 3 with x minus 4. Does that help anything? No. Well, yeah, you could factor it or not factor it. Isn't going to matter. What does this one then need to be multiplied by? X plus 5 over x plus 5. And this one has a 6x, but it's going to need to multiply by a what? 3 and an x minus 4, or you could have left it 3x minus 12. It doesn't matter. I'm writing the 3 out front. Okay. So if I distribute here, what do I get, guys? Okay. If I put those two together, I have an 18x that I got to distribute through there, which is an 18x squared plus 70 minus, just kidding, 72x. However you guys did it, is that what you got or not? Because you could have just left this 3x minus 12, and then you would have had a 6x times it. It still would have given you this. Okay. Denominator is all this jazz. What's the numerator going to simplify to? If we could take an x out of the top, would it divide out with anything? No, so you can if you want, but you don't have to. All right, two more that have to do with what? Subtraction, which is the same rules as adding. It's just, it's miserable because this negative in the middle, this minus, is going to apply to all of this, right? At some point. Yeah, so let's just get the common denominator and then we'll worry about that. What's the common denominator? 5b plus 3 times b plus 3. There's no way to make that any better. So this is going to multiply on the top of 3 times ab plus 3. Minus, and I'm just going to leave it a minus for a minute, b plus 5, b plus 3. What do we need to multiply by? 5b plus 3. All right. When do you want to get rid of that negative? Do you want to FOIL this together first and then distribute the negative? If we FOIL this together, can I just do it right up here? We'll have 5b squared plus 3b plus 25b, right? Plus 15. And over here we'll have 3b plus 9. All right. How about if we distribute the negative as I rewrite it over here? So it'll be 3b plus 9 from the first one. And then we have to subtract all of this. So it'll be what? Yeah, that would be 28 b's, right? And they're being subtracted. And then a minus 15. Because remember, all of this is being subtracted. All right, one final simplifying moment maybe and we're done. What does the top mess become? I got 25b. Is that right? Yeah. And minus 6. So while we could take out a negative, I don't think we can do anything else, can we, with the top? And taking out a negative isn't going to help anything, so. Room for error, though, yes? Gotta be really careful with that distributing the negative. All right, try number 8 real quick on your own. The way I wrote it, I'm thinking here, I might just distribute this as a -8. Does that make sense? So that I don't lose. So I'm going to distribute a -8 in here. So I'll get minus 8x minus 16. So I have a negative 5x minus 13. Did anybody get that? However you decided to do it. Is anybody getting something different and needs me to come see if you lost a negative somewhere? Okay. Notice I didn't pick really disgusting, horrible ones where you had to like well, the denominators were just little binomials. They weren't like trinomials you had to factor, and then they could have been much worse, okay? It's not, not out to kill you, just to remember the rules of adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. All right, so you have to finish the other side of this tonight. And how is page 138 in worksheet 10 going? We good? Okay. Because that worksheet 13 that it says on the homework check, guys, we're going to do on Friday pretty much of it in class, and then I'll give you the rest of the class time to finish it on Friday. It only has like 4 or 5 questions on it. We'll probably do 3 of the 4 together, okay? So if you have the rest of your homework check done, you're in good shape. Now, Miss Abruzzo, I shouldn't record this, but Miss Abruzzo, she's making that page 138 part 2 assignment down there due Friday because it's really what we're doing tomorrow. I decided to put it on the homework check next week, so you had an extra couple days to get it done, okay? I moved it to next week's homework check. All right. All right. We're going to stop the recording and take the quiz. We good?